October 6th, 2020 vocabulary. So we have 4 boxes here, and these 4 boxes are all going to be work with our vocabulary word, which is multiple. So multiple. So the definition. We're going to type our definition here. You can go from the previous slides from last week, and you'll find that the definition is a number that can be divided by another number without a remainder. So the definition of a multiple is a number that can be divided by another number without a remainder. So an example, you can either Google, do an image search, or you can type your own example. So if we do look at images, and we type in multiple, or multiples, let's see what we get. So multiples of numbers, you can insert an image, however, you do not have to. So if we have multiples of 3, multiples would be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, and so on, right? But now, what we're noticing here is that 3 is 3 times 1. That's the first multiple. The second multiple, or 3 times 2, is 6. That third multiple is 3 times 3, or 9. So any number that 3 can go into evenly without a remainder is a multiple of 3. That's just an example for 3. I can make this a little bit bigger. You don't have to make it bigger if you don't want to, but you can if you would like. All right, so now let's take a look at down here, an antonym. So we're going to type an antonym of this vocabulary word, multiple, here. Antonym is the opposite. So instead of a multiple, you might know that multiples can go on and on and on and on. Well, what can't go on and on and on and on? So an antonym of the word multiple, which is what is going to be a sneak peek for tomorrow, is actually going to be a factor. So a factor is going to be an antonym, or the opposite. Down here you can even put opposite. Opposites. So a factor is going to be something that stops. So for example, factors of 3 are just 1 and 3, because what numbers can go into 3? Whereas a multiple is what number can 3 go into? So that's what we're going to take a look at starting tomorrow. But now let's do an illustration of the word multiple. So we can explain or insert an image of what you think when you hear of the word multiple. So when I think of multiples, I think of on and on and on. Or I think of multiple multiples. Or I should say I think of there are multiple multiples. And sometimes I'll think of multiples of 5. I'll think, oh yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20. In between there, 100. In between, after that, it can go to 150. It can go on and on and on, and there's so many multiples. And that's all. You don't have to do that. You can do something slightly different if you'd like, but this will be a good starting point. And that's going to be it for our vocabulary.